San Francisco 49ers regular season win total is 6 games. Do you play over or under 6 games with the Niners? Find out next. Joined here from Gamblers Television, covering the NFL Vegas style all season long. Now, after a 7-9 record in 2006, expectations were high for the San Francisco 49ers in 2007. Now, instead, the team suffered their 5th consecutive losing season and an offense that produced a 32nd ranked scoring and passing offense in the league. Now, this led to a 5-11 season and nearly cost 49ers head coach Mike Nolan his job. Now, Oddsmakers have set the 49ers season win total at 6 games. So when you handicap season win totals, you must look at the schedule. So let's take a look at the schedule here for the Niners. A game you can circle for the Niners is their September 21st home date against Detroit. Mike Martz would like it nothing better than stick it up Lion coach Rod Marinelli for being the fall guy for Detroit in the 2007 season after aspiring last season. San Francisco must play the AFC East, and they get New England and the New York Jets at home, but must travel to Miami and a tough trip to Buffalo in late November. The 49ers are scheduled against the tough NFC East, and that means road trips to Dallas and the New York Giants and home dates with Washington and Philadelphia. Also mixed in is a road game at New Orleans, who will be an improved team next season. Now, the 2008 schedule is a difficult one for the 49ers. Now, let's take a look at their offense. Quarterback Alex Smith begins his 4th NFL season with his 4th different offensive coordinator and system. Former St. Louis Rams head coach and 2007 Detroit Lions offensive coordinator Mike Martz will run the Rams offense. Quarterbacks have improved under Martz, such as Kurt Warner, Mark Bolger, and even John Kidna last season. Martz is saying the right thing here about running back Frank Gore being the centerpiece of the offense. I don't believe it. Look, last season, Martz abandoned the run, much to the disgust of head coach Rod Marinelli, which contributed to a 7-9 season and Martz's firing. Head coach Mike Nolan is a defensive-minded coach, and coupled with Mike Martz's offensive pass-heavy system, it's going to create a volatile situation in the Bay Area. Now look, defensive-minded coaches like their offenses to run the ball and control the clock. Martz is all about the big play. Nolan is facing a dilemma if his offensive coordinator chooses to abandon the run. Look, the guy is handcuffed. He's fighting for his job. Now, Isaac Bruce comes over from the Rams to play wide receiver, but he's 35 years old. Arnaz Battle and Bryant Johnson, look, those guys put no fear in opposing defenses. Jason Hill has good speed behind Bruce, but the guy was mired with injuries last season. Bottom line, this unit lacks a playmaker. Take a look at the defense here. Last season, the 49ers defense run the field more than any other defensive unit in 2007. This season, it could be more of the same because we have a Mike Martz, high-scoring, high-impact, fast, quick scoring offense this season. Look, when you have a Mike Martz offensive system, your defense is going to be on the field quickly. You're going to need to be able to rotate players in and out. Look, some of your starters are going to basically miss series just to rest. You need depth on defense when you are a defensive coach coaching with Mike Martz as the offensive coordinator. Fortunately, the strength of this 49ers team is their defense. Linebacker Patrick Willis was outstanding, earning Defensive Rookie of the Year last season. His battery mate, Manny Lawson, is coming off a torn ACL. Look, we're going to see if he can still effectively chase down defenders against the run. The Niners lost 2 starters from last year's defensive line and filled them with rookie first-round pick Kentuan Belmore out of North Carolina and free agent Justin Smith from the Bengals. Now, this is where it comes down to this, guys. How well will they develop backups will be the difference between a good or a bad year for the defense. Based on the direction of this franchise over the past several years, expect the worst. And now to my selection. This is my best bet right here. One of my best bets in the season win totals. This is by far the weakest group of offensive talent Mike Martz have ever worked with. Unfortunately for 49ers head coach, Mike Nolan's time isn't on his side. He needs to win now to keep his job, and he just barely survived the 2007 season. The 49ers did little in the offseason to improve the offense. They have really very little weapons on the offensive side, and just a simple system change will not be enough in 2008. And poor Alex Smith, the guy has to be totally confused, entering his 4th year in the league under a 4th different offensive system. Look, this is a franchise in chaos as they're breaking in a 6th offensive coordinator in 6 years. The schedule is brutal as well this season. Good bet right here, guys. Play San Francisco under 6 wins for the 2008 season. Be sure to visit and bookmark my television show page at www.gamblerstelevision.com for continuous point spread coverage from the NFL. Gamblers Television, get addicted.